What's up, everybody? Welcome to a dose of Landis. We're here in Studio A. Here I am along with.
Leanora.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you do?
Well, I'm a romance author. I write romance and erotic novels. I've been doing that now for about 9 years. Um, I just love writing. I've got a new book coming out in Valentine's Day that I'm co-authoring with my fiance. And I have two more books coming out that's going to be in my musical Curve series coming out later next year.
So, what inspires you to be like, I want to write and I want to get into it in details and stuff like that? Because some people, whenever they write books, movies, they want to go into their whole life, personal aspect with life.
Right.
So, it made you decide, well, this is something I want to do.
Well, I've been writing since I was little. Since as long as I can remember, I'd say about 8 years old. I started writing little short stories, poems. Then I'd say when I turned 31, I got ill to the point where I only had 6 months to live if I didn't change things. My weight had got severely out of control with medications and stuff, and writing became my outlet. It gave me a new lease on life, you might as well say. And as I was losing the weight and getting my health under control, I was like, I might as well see how the publishing world is. I did a lot of research on it, and I was like, let's give it a try. And my first book came out in 2009 called A Caress of a Younger Man, and it did great. And I was like, well, okay, let's keep this going.
Yeah.
And I've had great success with it so far. And I have 12 books out now.
12 of them? Can you name, give me a little brief description of the name of the book and a little bit of what they are, so people know. Hey, maybe I want to pick this up.
Right. My first book was The Caress of a Younger Man. It's based about two characters that had a lot of relationship issues in the past, and both have given up on love. Was just enjoying life for the first time, and they met because the female character Ebony, she was a professor, and she fell in love with a student, and you know how that is with the at that time there was a lot of controversy about professors messing with students and that whole thing, and I just put a positive spin on it because they're still consenting adults. It's just a way of handling it.
Yeah, because you got student and
Right.
teacher.
Right. And I, even though I was kind of skeptical about releasing it because of all that being in the news, but the way I spend it, it was a little bit more positive. Um, my next book was Heavenly Kingdom. Now that one was more of a religious type thing. It was about two characters that had met in high school, fell in love, but their parents didn't approve.
Oh, coming like a Romeo and Juliet almost, yeah.
Right. She was from a family that was in church. Father was a pastor, wanted her to do the right thing. His parents were more laid back, but they didn't want them together. They felt they were too young for that type of responsibility and love. And through a whole bunch of, manipulation and stuff like that, they found their way back to each other. And they still had ups and downs because the past kept coming up, but they worked through it. When it comes to my books, I deal with a lot of plus size because you don't see that in mainstream romance.
That is true.
So that was the biggest thing, and I've had so much support, from different authors. I've had great mentors from big name authors that have given me a lot of feedback. They've read my material, gave me different angles to spin it. So I've been blessed to have them as my mentors and get me where I need to be.
That's pretty awesome. It takes you learned your way, and you
Right.
finally, to express yourself that way. Again, like I said, it sucks that people are underestimate certain things, and
Right.
you're going out there trying to be a barrier for different things and new things.
Right.
So, what made you think I want to do this? Because again, some people are afraid to go to that next level of jump into, hey, let's do this. Because some people, because when the media gets into controversy and stuff
Right.
like that, they're like, no. But when you try to have something positive in something, it's
Right.
like what. Say for instance, you're watching a Facebook video, YouTube video.
Mhm.
The most craziest things, stupidest things go viral, but you try to do
Right.
something positive on things. It's
Right.
so what made you decide? Well, I want to do this.
Basically, what I was going through in my own life, I wanted to do something that hadn't been done. Far as having plus size women as my main characters, you don't see that very often. I had ladies that were writing me after I released my first book thanking me because they could see themselves in this character. They could see that as a plus size woman, they still deserve love and have that fairy tale. And when I have young girls writing me, thanking me, I'm like, okay, I got to keep this going. If not for myself, for them.
Well, it's that drug because again, you're doing something that's different. But then when people say, "Hey, you're doing a good job.
Right.
I appreciate what you're doing," that's like, okay, I want to do this. But sometimes it's hard to come up with new ideas. It's like, so we're living in a world where you never know what's going to change. What could be hot one minute, could be cold next minute.
Exactly.
But if you're doing something in your own trail that nobody else is doing, people will be like, well, I'm gonna stick with it.
Right.
But it's also kind of hard to grasp people after doing so many changes of things. So.
It is. Matter of fact, I've always done just regular romance or erotic romance. So this past October, I ventured into the paranormal romance with werewolves and stuff. And thank God for the push of my fiance. You know, I did that, and I've gotten great responses from that. And that was always a passion of mine too. So with him pushing me and driving me, like, you can do this, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it. And I've had great reviews on the book, everything since I released it. And it's shown me that this can constantly grow. I don't have to, put a boundary on what I can do with my writing.
Mm-hmm.
As long as my imagination works every day, I can do something. And that's what drives me the most. My family just cheering me on and my readers.
It's always good to have that support, but then also have your haters. Like I said again,
Yeah.
your haters are your motivators.
Exactly.
And trust me, I can tell you all kinds of stories. Justin can even tell you. Like I said, Justin is a good dude. Met him through Chris.
Right.
Push and promote him as well. So what's kind of cool is that you two are, getting married and you two are working together with writing a book. What made you decide, let's do this together? Because sometimes stuff like that can make you stronger.
Right.
Because you're sharing a bond with the common of doing something.
Well, our careers, what's bringing us together, is going to be our first trucker romance.
Oh, nice.
Right. It's going to be called Shifting Into Love. It's going to be a little bit of our story, but with a little bit of extra to it. We just wanted to do something different, and that's not something you see every day either. Romance novels about truckers.
No, you don't, because they're all about the skinny people,
Right.
and not just that, but they're like the rich,
right? Exactly.
The upper class. Because it sucks that we live in a society where everything's got to be based on that type of stuff, which it shouldn't be, because we're all treated equally.
Exactly.
We all bleed the same. We all produce the same. But yeah, like I said, it's a good thing that you're trying to step out of the box with something different.
Exactly.
So that's cool that you two are combining your personal lives with it. Because sometimes like when I'm on TV shows, I did reality. And other things, I like to bring my personal life into stuff. I mean, not too personal, because when you do too personal stuff, people like to dig at you like crazy.
Exactly.
Hence why you don't post your personal problems on Facebook.
Exactly.
I used to do that.
Right.
I'm no longer going to be the blood in a Shark Tank. So
exactly.
So that's cool that you guys are doing that now. What's your current one that you're working on? Is it the trucker one that
Yes.
you're working on?
I'm working on that one, and I'm also working on the 2-part. I'm doing a dual release. It's going to be around Thanksgiving next year. It's going to be the last 2 volumes of my musical Curve series. It's more of romance and suspense. Their past, which involves their parents that were murdered, and that comes back, and they find out what led to the parents being murdered, everything that's happened in their life up until that point. They get the answers they've always wanted, why everything happened.
Oh, wow. Say, for instance, if I was just a brand new fan, like, so I just found out about you through your soon-to-be husband.
Right.
Say, for instance, if I want to get a hold of you and, hey, I want to buy some of your books, or I want to just get to know you as as an author, I wanted a book, you want a TV show, radio show, because the publicity is good anywhere.
Right.
So, say, for instance, how can I get a hold of you?
Well, you can check me out on my website, leanoramore.com. I'm also on Facebook, on Twitter, just about every social media you can find me on, just Leanora Moore. It's very simple. I keep it very basic. Just type in my name and you'll pop up. I also, Amazon, same way. All books available on Amazon.
I'll check that out. Amazon is like one of the second favorite places to go to.
Yes. They have helped me a lot as far as releasing my books, marketing. And I also like to help other authors get started. On my website, I have where you can contact me if you're interested in writing and want to know how to get into the industry, where to start, how to start your first book. I help with all that too.
And that's rare because normally when you have like author or somebody else doing something, they want to be the person that's doing it, nobody else.
Right.
So what made you decide, I want to help out others? Because again, sometimes greed gets into. I'm not saying you're not that way, but there's a lot of authors that's that way. I mean, no matter what you do, entertainment. Well, I'm not gonna help you out. What made you decide, hey, I want to help these people out too, just in case?
I think about how I started. If it wasn't for the authors that helped me, I wouldn't be where I am. So it's only right that I give back what was given to me.
Pretty much, don't forget where you come from.
Exactly.
And a lot of people do. I hate to say it that way, but a lot of people forget where they come from. No matter what kind of job you do, from entertainment to this to whatever,
Right.
people forget what they come from because it's like, you got to remember the people that got you where you got you.
Exactly.
Is there anybody that you want to work with that you've never worked with before that you like to co-author with that's like somebody really big and famous?
Yes. Zane. She has been a big help. That would be my ultimate dream. Her or Brenda Jackson. Definitely.
My advice to give to you, because I do those things I do with celebrities, like just want to telling you, reach out to them. If they have agents, reach out to the agents. Just try.
Right.
Even if they say no, send that email saying I'm not saying that they're going to say no,
right.
but send that email saying, hey, at least I tried. Because like I said, I do that with my emails I get rejected from Bright Night voicemail. I still got the email saying we can't do it. So always say that just in case, because you can always retry again because you never know. But
exactly.
People's got to understand anybody can do anything that they want to, from being fast food to truck driving to authors to whatever. You can do what you got to do. Just don't let nobody hold you back. Any weird book ideas that you got coming up? Like anything in mind for future? Not weird, just in general.
Well, I am looking at releasing another paranormal.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna try to do those every Halloween, just to keep that theme. I haven't decided if I'm gonna stick with the suspense. I'm gonna see how this series goes, and if the suspense keeps going positive, I may even go in that avenue. So I don't want to put myself in a box. I'm just gonna try it all and just keep it going.
Well, sometimes you got to, because sometimes it's like, I'll try something new, do this and that. Because you say the same thing. It's just like that steak you're eating, the same over and over. It's like, I love the taste, and it's filling me up, it's making me feel good, but you gotta try something new.
Exactly.
Do you ever get writer's block?
I do. How
do you handle that? Because sometimes you probably get stressing. Like I said, I'm not a writer, but...
Well, what I do is I step back from what I'm working on. I work on the next idea. That's the biggest thing, because you don't want to keep harping at something and write something that doesn't work with that project. So if I ever get stuck, I just work on the next thing and come back.
Because you want to feel the project that you're doing. You want to have your heart and your mind into it. Otherwise, if you don't have your heart and your mind into it, it's like, why am I doing this?
Exactly.
You can't do that sometimes.
Right.
So before we go, is there anything to say to the fans out there that's watching?
Well, just, keep looking and supporting myself and other authors, and just keep the romance alive.
Stay tuned for more. Check out our pages. I'll find out if you don't check them out. I'll look for you. I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.